The game, Minecraft. The man, Minor Thoughts. A podcast series that explores how the world of Minecraft is very similar to real-life mining. Join us as these two worlds collide for real mining in Minecraft.
Hello and welcome to Real Mining in Minecraft. I am Minor Thoughts, and today I want to talk about rock crushing, a rock crushing plant. And that's something that I've done along with the underground stuff. And I'd like to take you through the process today of what goes on at a rock crushing plant. It's a lot like a sorting system. You know, your Minecraft sorting systems. Basically, the same thing happens at a rock crushing plant. You make big rocks into small ones. So let's start from the beginning. You have trucks that get loaded up from a pit or underground, and they are brought to a hopper. The hopper is kind of Y-shaped, and at the bottom it has a feeder. And that feeder shakes back and forth and feeds it into a crusher. Now, there are several different types of crushers. The two that I've used the most are a jaw crusher. And a jaw crusher is kind of like a Y also. And it sits there and basically chews up the rock, like a jaw. And then there is a impactor. Impactor spins, has a rotor that spins and throws the rock at a wall, a steel wall or steel beams. And then that breaks it into small enough to be carried by a conveyor up to a screen tower. And the screen tower is basically your sorting system. It has different layers of screens where they shake and the rock falls through different holes in these heavy-duty screens. And then that drops onto belts that get sent out to different directions. Whatever's too big to be screened through falls down onto a belt and goes to a secondary plant, and then it gets crushed again and screened again, and then becomes even smaller rock. You've got rock for concrete, asphalt, sand even, coming off the secondary. So I was thinking that we have been so honored to have Jake Hilton Crafts and the Buildstone community kind of inspire us to take a different look at our builds. And I thought, if I was going to bring a rock crushing plant into Minecraft, how would I do it? So first off, you've got the trucks. Well, you could use hopper minecarts or chest minecarts, and they would come along a track and they'd contain your diorite, andesite, stone, cobblestone, different things, and then be dropped off at the hopper. And the hopper would go down through, and I'm supposing you could animate the crusher, the spinning of the wheel, the rotor. That would have to be something that is just there for aesthetics, because basically the rock is just going through a series of hoppers. Now, how would you do conveyors? Most conveyors are on an incline, so I don't think water would work. I don't think you could go upwards on a water conveyor. So again, you'd probably have to use minecarts, hopper minecarts, and they would go up rails, which would be on an incline, to the screen tower. Now, the screen tower could be basically a impulse SV sorting system or a series of them. The rock goes up to the screen tower, goes through different sorters, and then gets carried off to various conveyors. And then once they reach the end of the conveyor, those mine carts, it could go through a hopper and then be dropped onto, basically a pile with a hole in the top. It would be bulk storage for your andesite, granite, diorite, stone, cobblestone, whatever. But they would all be separate piles. So hopefully with the pictures that I've been showing as I've explained this will kind of make sense. I know it's going to be hard for the audio listeners to understand what I'm talking about, but I think something could be done with the hopper, the crusher itself, conveyors going out up to the screen tower itself shaking somehow, and then going out and getting deposited into different piles. With the minecarts dropping into their bulk storage piles, I think it'd be like you're making cones of rock that you see in this picture of a plant. So give me your ideas. Put them down in the comments here on this video if you're watching the video. Let me know what you think. Again, really inspired by the Buildstone community. Challenge yourselves. See what you can come up with, and let me know. There's so many different ways you can reach us. You can do it on the Discord at the MinerThoughts SMP Discord. You can send it through an email at minecraftlabpodcast@gmail.com. You can reach us on the socials at mclab_podcast on Twitter X, or on Blue Sky at labmcpodcast. And of course, you can always reach us and find all these links and more on the MinerThoughts_SMP.com website. And if you want to go straight to the podcast, it's podcast.MinerThoughts_SMP.com. So again, thank you to Jake Kelton and community. Thank you for the new subscribers, the new viewers that are coming over from that community. You guys are awesome. Thank you for everything again. And if you'd like to take this challenge of making real mining come into Minecraft, I'd like to hear it. Let me know. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
This has been a production of the Interim's Podcast Network. For more information, go to podcast.interimssmp.com. You can see that full link in the description of this episode. Thank you for listening.